And on camera, I'm having a real problem with this. This is like something from a horror film going on right here. Like, help me, help me. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's start again. Oh, well, that would help to actually get your fingers in the right hole. This, ladies and gentlemen, is quality viewing time with Alyssa Finn. Okay, that's better. Okay, we are under control. Let's talk about what we are going to... I was about to say, what we're going to watch tonight. That's right. You thought you were coming here to watch me draw maps. Well, guess, surprise, surprise. Actually, I'm going to watch a film. You're going to watch me watching a film. Entertainment. Apex Lego Magnificent Woo. She is here. Let's turn the touchscreen on. What are we doing? We are doing the last... Well, actually, okay. We're doing the last room of the Necropolis map. I'm going to actually put a couple of furniture pieces in place. I've got one that I want to kind of adjust the drawing on it. And I've got to work on these stairs because they're kind of bugging me a little bit. They're the same texture as everything else, but there's something off about it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but there's something just not working with those stairs. So I'm going to have to take a close look at those. But before I do that, I'm going to work on this guy a little bit. I'm going to move him over here. This here, I'm going to put right there. Is that about 7 feet? It's more, but whatever. Alright, I'm gonna put that there. And I'm gonna merge all of these guys that we were doing last night into one. Fantastic, you say. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on a sec. Change your plan. This guy, I'm gonna give it a drop shadow first. That's better. Now we're cooking on gas. Now we can merge these things. Okay. We'll call that furniture. Yeah, so let's do this guy. It's a sarcophagus. It is painted like the priests of something or other. Which is really cool, but I want to make it deeper. And then we're going to make it a lot smaller. That's not 12.5. That can't be 12.5 pecs. The thing is not even reaching over. It was less than 2 squares. That would make it less than 10 feet. It would have to stretch over 2. It would have to be over 2 squares to be 12 feet. I think it was more like 8. The description says more like 7. I'm leaving 8. Alright. So I'm doing this big so I can make it small but not lose the details. That is the plan, man. What's the best way of me doing this? Start with my brush. Oh, and my hair's out of control again. Okay. Zen, calm, mapping goodness. Let's do this thing. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Can I take these back? Yes. Excellent. Let's cut that. Hey, GL. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? No, don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna go with something like that, I think. Do you? We'll do a little bit of this. Alright, let's have some fun. And Hitbrain is here. Hello. Ah, shit balls on rice. That is a big freaking eraser. Hold on. There we go. How's everyone doing this fine, feckled evening? Oh, what the frick are you doing, Faden? Come on. What is it actually doing? Hold on a sec. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? Oh, I was doing something wrong. I was holding the wrong key. Well, that would explain muchly. Let's just use that for now. Hex, there might be something in the air, my friend. Because you know what? I've been exhausted too. I think we all need a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? I think we're all kind of at that point. I'm like solidly knackered. I just don't like to talk about it on camera, so to speak. But I am. I'm done. I think a day off where I don't have to think about anything would be wonderful for me right now. We'll do the brush. Make the brush small. Fact, let's do this. I was gonna say, that better not be a freaking bean. I'm talking about how tired I am and how I need a rest. And someone Green Lantern is like all, dance for me, puppet, dance. Fine. Fine, I'll eat a freaking bean, you merciless bastard. You know, you say it's been a while, but on Monday I had Pex and Jack on the channel and we were giving away beans. Beans were almost free and you could redeem them all of the time. I had something like 6 beans on Monday. You just missed out on the day you should have been here. Oh, fine. I'm gonna do a bean. You know what? It's St. Patrick's Day. I've got a Guinness for the first time in a while. Cheers for St. Patrick's Day. And screw you, Green Lantern. And I'm going to eat a bean. You're going to make me sad. Hey, T-Beard 1999. Thank you so much. That's honestly, I love Bob Ross. I wish I had the awesome presence of Bob Ross. But with a little bit of the Bob Ross channel here. With more swearing. My My forgiveness? I forgive you, T-Beard. I forgive you. Alright, let me eat this bean. It's a white one. God damn it. These white ones can bugger off. Here we go. It's curdled milk. It's curdled freaking milk. It's one of the worst ones in there. Now I'm chugging my Guinness. It was curdled milk. Green Luton, not cool, bruh. Not cool. That was disgusting. That's the second dark one I've had now this week. Well, second dark one. It was white. It was literally white. It's the opposite of dark. The second curdled milk. You can tell I'm tired when my brain starts to shut down like that. More than normal. Yeah, it's nasty. It is some nasty stuff, that. It's still with me. The Guinness is not helping. What do I want to do here? I think I want to do this. Oh, thanks, Green Lantern. Thanks. That made your week. Well, I am happy to have entertained you. Am I playing any games at GaryCon? Answer, no. I am doing 2 painting seminars and a Gaxmore seminar. Magnificent Pex, highlighting his message. As your fairy god Pex, I'm granting you a wish and taking Friday off. You know, Friday. I think Friday I did want to actually do some painting. At some point I have to figure out my camera setup though for the GaryCon thing next week. So week on Friday I'm going to be doing painting seminar at GaryCon. I think I'm going to try and find Gary Gygax miniatures that I know I own. And I'm going to try and speed paint it in 3 hours, and then I'm giving it away at the end of the session to the people who are in the chat. Which will be fun. It'll be fun. I just don't have the camera set up for it. I have the cameras that will work, but I've got to get it all dialed in. This has come out okay. How am I ignoring? No, I'm not ignoring anyone. Oh, ignoring you on Friday. I would not ignore you, cool people. It says in the corners. In the corners. You know what I actually want to do with this? Is bring this above the wall colouring. I kind of want to do something like that. Yeah, actually, that looks okay. I'm fine with that. Now, if I can get the camera set up too, the other good part of this is I will be able to actually stream my painting of miniatures. I did it a few times. I want to say it's over a year ago now, and I stopped because the camera I was using was trying to autofocus all of the time on the movements of the miniature, and it was distracting. But I've heard that particular camera is a document scanner, is really good for doing that type of thing. So if I can figure out how I can get my document scanner camera to stop autofocusing, I think it's a good candidate, because it literally is an arm that comes up over the top. I can paint underneath it. And it's got a little light coming down. Perfecto. Otherwise, I'm going to use my phone. I've got to install software for it and get a cable big enough to run to my computer. And I know that will work because I've actually used it as a recording item. So We'll see. We'll see. Shane O'Mac 81, thank you very much for the follow. I am humbled. Alright, now once I've done this, I'm going to paint... actually, we've got a few things we've got to do. I got to fix these darn stairs. These darn stairs. I got to fix them. I'm going to paint a little bit of gold on the ground. I want a little bit more spillage of gold. I've got to get shelves in here with pots on them. That's easy enough to do. And then I want to come through and I want to add some shadows to the taller items. So, this chair. Get a little bit of shadow underneath the chair. And that's kind of my objective for today's stream. At which point, this level is done. Which would be, that'll be nice. This is where we find out that I can't spell sarcophagus. I don't know. I don't know. No, that's terrible. Ooh, don't look at that. Let's pretend I didn't write that. Shane Loves Games on Twitter. Awesome. Awesome. Good to have you here. Howdy indeed. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Friday night. Next Friday night. Not this Friday. A week of Friday. 5 o'clock Pacific time, I think. I'm doing painting session number 1. Saturday morning, I'm doing painting session number 2. And Sunday at some point, I'm meant to be with Luke, Ernie, Guy Gax, and Stephen Chinalta. We're meant to be talking Gax more. Those are the things I'm doing for GaryCon. Jack will be running Shadowrun, but I think it's a Thursday night thing that he's doing off to one side. So yeah, busy times, but a little bit of gaming and stuff, or just hanging out with cool peeps, that'll be good. Actually, I feel like I've got double booked somewhere, because I feel like I should be doing a Patreon hangout or something somewhere, so I'll figure that one out with Apex at some point. Okay, let's leave them alone. I'm going to go back to my description that Mark wrote, and it's like, okay, in each corner stands a wooden sarcophagus painted and gilded with the figure of an ancient Comitian priest. Check, done it. Along the north and south walls, okay, are jars and bottles, folded scraps of cloth, lots of dust. So in this dungeon, north and south is that way, just to make things difficult. So what they're talking about is there are actually shelves along there and there. Is there anything on top of the stone slab? No. Okay, well that is easy. I can definitely do nothing. Let's grab some shelves. I have shelves. And I am going to do shelves like this. I'm going to do shelves like this. Because it mentions rags and stuff. So let's do 1, 2. Yeah, okay. March 20th. Oh, this coming Saturday. Okay. Okay. I forgot that it was a weekend. Okay. 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 No, I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of that. And you know what I should be doing? I should actually be making these shelves thicker, because I want to put jars and stuff on them. Let's get them positioned first. Nice. So, yeah, okay, so you two can get merged and go up there. You two can get merged. These two can get nudged up to more like that, I think. This one can come down a speck. Let's get them all lined up. And then I'm gonna actually manually just make it thicker so we can get some shells on there. Bottles and stuff. Oh, no. What's... Oh, I merged them. Damn it. Stop pressing random buttons, Faden. What are you doing? I just did something and I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna hope I didn't make a mistake. Hey, Phantom Jen is here! Shadows! Because we're doing shadows tonight. Good to see you, Jen. I was thinking about you. We have Jen and Zach on the channel next week, by the way, folks. So next week is going to be a rip-roaring time. It's going to be 3 streams, one of which is going to have Jen and Zach with us. Thursday night, a little bit of Shadowrun gaming. Friday, painting. Saturday, painting. Sunday, Gaxmore. Don't tell me that's not one hell of a show next week. Let's do a little drop shadow here. But not that much. That is one hell of a drop shadow. Let's just bring that back a little bit. And the size back a little bit. I want them to look elevated, but not like huge. More like that. That'll do it. You gotta mail me a Red Bull. You know, I'm way more of a Monster drink or one of those like Starbucks coffee energy drinks. I'm gonna need a few of them, I think. It's gonna be a busy time. Noble Dwarf, thank you, sir. Good to have you here in the chat. Much love to you. And potions. Potion bottles. Alright, so it just says bottles. So I'm going to grab funerary style bottles. This will do it. And you know what? For giggles, let's do a bowl. And you know what? That seems appropriate too. I'm sure they definitely had a mortar and pestle when they were doing their mummification. But it will look good. Alright, that should do. Ultimately, this is just to get the little decoration on these shelves here. Even though a lot of it is in shadow. You know, I think that one can be duplicated. I think that one can be duplicated too. Let's move you up there. You know what, let's put that one over here as well. And then I've got to throw some dust on this. And not like in Dark Materials dust either, not the fun type. But I got some like splackle on the floor. Splackle is a technical term, by the way. You learn these things in cartography school. There we go. Okay. And I think we don't need them to cast any more shadow. I'm just going to merge them suckers together. But I am now on top of the shelves going to do a little bit of dust. And for that I'm going to use this particular brush. And I'm going to do with a very near pale yellow. Like a hint of sand dust. Why am I doing a goat? Why is there a goat in here? You know, there's a few things we've gotten away in this dungeon that have not been noticed. I want to be very careful we don't, like, tip our hands so much that people actually start looking for the shit we've gotten away with. Let's just say some of the things I've done has definitely raised an eyebrow, and that's just what they've seen. There's plenty that they haven't. If Mark Greenberg was here right now, the writer of this particular scenario, he'd probably be poring over this map now going, what the hell has she put in this map? Shh. Let it go to print. Let it go to print. Hey, it's Marion is here. You know, I had the good fortune of having a friend, kind of a little bit of a neighbor, who had some goats. He invited me across once, you know, for usual barbecue and everything. Those goats were bastards. They were right bastards. They were just mean, angry little buggers. Not cute, like, at all. Was not impressed. Would not do again. Alright, that's enough dust. We need some in this. We need some in this. Edge Marion has got an Xbox profile picture. Edge Marion, if this is you with your tackle out, we're going to have to talk off camera. Oh, you got to sign in. You got to sign in to be able to see it. I'm not signing into my Xbox account. I bet he like looking at the damn thing at the best of times. You're going to have to take a screenshot and link to that somehow. It's a goat picture. Okay. Well, I wish I could see it. Unless it's an angry little effer, like headbutting someone, which is what they seem to do all of the freaking time. Done. Done. I don't think that room needs to be dick about with anymore. I need to look at these steps. I'm going to hit save. And I'm doing all of those things at the same time, simultaneously, because that's the way we work in this channel. Steps. These steps are bugging the crap out of me. What is it that's not working? Why do they look like they're just floating? Why do they look so separate? I wonder if it's the top. I wonder if it's the top. I'm going to try Maybe it's because we've got a grid here and we've got a grid here, but we've got no grid in the middle. I'm going to try bringing this texture onto the top step, including the grid. Let's start there. I think I can get rid of these other layers. I've got so many layers here that we're not using. Look at all of this. This is all from the layer above. I'm gonna delete them. Where's my... Did I draw... I did the grid and the texture together, huh? Okay. Yeah, because that makes freaking sense. Hello, Mark. How are you? Oh, is Mark doing the Lost Lands too? Nice. Sign me up for that. I want in. Mark, for everyone that doesn't know, is the writer or the rewriter, the ghostwriter, lead writing, ghostwriting Necropolis 2. He is the man responsible for keeping the core together while evolving it for 5e, which has not been an easy jump. He is here to answer any of your questions. Consider it to be an Ask Me Anything. Say, hey Mark, question, and he will answer it because he's a sharp guy. Oh, I'll do the Lost Lands too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull open my Terrain Essentials book. I'm gonna pull out a random page and a random photo, and I'm gonna take a photo of it and I'm gonna send it to you and say, map done. Easiest assignments ever. After Necropolis, I'm retiring. I've got these for you guys. So what's going on here? Oh, I'm on the background layer. You dope. Get on that layer. There we go. Why of the why? Why is that not working? Steps. I've got my steps on a separate layer. Okay. Well, I wonder actually if I could just not use a separate texture. Those steps actually don't look too bad. Oh, this is interesting. I've actually just removed my steps and they look better already. I am going to retire, young lady. I'm retiring right after Necropolis. I'm retiring on a high note. I'm gonna retire to Italy. I'm gonna buy myself a little villa over there, and just like Stefan Picorni, I'm gonna paint fruit in my last years. And I'm not Twitch streaming it either, bugger off. Back to them. Okay, there's something weird here. I've got this weird white line. Where is that white line coming from? That. What is that? I'm not sure that Jack would try to convince me not to retire. It's wall colouring. Why have I got a line of wall colouring here? That's so weird. You know what else is weird? I've lost my cursor again. My Photoshop... Oh, shit. My Photoshop is 100% losing the cursor. I'm going to have to save this and restart it. This is so weird. Why would I have a white line on my wall colouring? Right, let's do something like this. Alright, that definitely helps. Is this wall colouring too? It is. Alright, I had some weird wall stuff going on, and I've still got it going here. Maybe that was part of the problem. Okay. I think they're already beginning to look a little bit better. They look less floaty. I think I do need to draw the outside edges of them. But that is offending me much less. I mean... So I'm actually going to get rid of that. We'll do a nice little grey. I'm thinking, because I've lost my... every single time I've used Photoshop recently, my cursor has disappeared. Every time. But if I minimize Photoshop, there's my cursor. I don't mind you seeing the games I play occasionally, all the spooky background that I've got. But that's weird. And when I bring back my Photoshop, it's gone. I'm going to have to experiment with that. Alright, well, you know what? Let's not mess around anymore. I am just going to hit close. We are going to save it. And then I'm going to open it back up again. Embark. No floaty stairs. This is a big ass file, by the way. Just so you all have like a sense of size on this thing. It's but where we're at. Fuck God Games. Necropolis. It is... This level is 5 gig in size. The level above it is 10 gig in size. So it's a big file. Why did you not close? Is Photoshop like just barfed on me? Is that what's going on here? No. Well, we were closing. Do you want to save? Yes. And it goes through the save process. Photoshop's got a bug. Without a doubt. I might have to do an uninstall, reinstall of Photoshop at some point. Yay! Things to do! Alright, now it closed down. Okay, good deal. Let's fire it back up again. Hey, Alex Vixen's here. And you know what? If anything deserves a little bit of a clubbing, it's a damn FIFA. Add. Alright, it's open. It opened in the background. One thing I want to do, by the way, see my cursor's back now, even though it's only a little speck on your screen, but there it is. I actually want to draw more of these boulder things and scatter them about. I think I might do that today, put them in a different layer, because then I can drag them up to the layer above and use them there, and kind of use them as this little bit of a texturing thing. Thinking about that. Oh, shit. I have to draw a side view of the dungeon as well. And I don't have an example of that here for you. But I do have to draw a side view. But it's going to be like this big. So I'm not sort of too concerned about it. Kiefer. Absolutely. You know, I don't blame anyone for liking a FIFA game. A football game in general. And I certainly understand the popularity over in Europe. What I don't like about it is EA, their business practices, the bullshit that's been getting revealed under EA Gate recently, and the fact that they are milking it, and human beings are shelling out thousands of dollars every year for this. And it's not, for me, I think it starts to reveal a flaw in our species. And I hate. Games, I love. I love seeing people passionate about their games and enjoying their games. The way that corporations then milk that. And the ease in which human beings want to be milked. It just makes me sad. Makes me really sad. Alright, I'm going to try something here. In fact, I mean, I'll go one stage further. I understand why microtransactions are so popular in games, because people will buy them. But I think you can have a level of microtransactions in a game that isn't just bleeding the human soul dry like a vampire, you know? You can still make a lot of money and get people spending a lot of money on your little micro packs and everything to get certain players and things like that. And I personally have the opinion that it's gambling. Without going to the degree of then at the end of the year, by the way, when the next one releases, all of that shit you just bought is gone. It's like, oh my god, no wonder EA does it, because people will buy this stuff. It's like, really? Really? Anyway, off my soapbox. Let's do a coin layer. And I think what I'm going to do is we are going to do a couple of layer effects on this. And I think we'll do... not that one. That one was a bad choice, Faden. Not that one. Did I want to do that one? I don't want to do that one. No. Not that one. Do I want to do that? Oh, do I want to do that one? No, I don't want to do that one. Okay. We'll do a little outer glow. And the glow is going to be dark. Yeah, you don't want to play ball because this is so small, huh? Alright, what about you? We can play with this. Okay. Let's bring that back a a little bit. Let's bring the distance way in. A bit more. Let's make the distance 4. That's working. That's working. What's DRG? Yeah, I mean, the whole concept of... Look, the whole concept of things that you have to earn in-game and stuff I don't have a problem with, right? But there's a balance to all of this. So, for example, if, you know, a publisher of a game wants to have you have to unlock a certain reticle for your gun, that's cool. So you can customize your gun. That's fine. If the only way to get that reticle is to pay $5, and that reticle is a dot, I start to have objections. If the publisher then says, don't worry, there's a chance of getting it in-game, but that chance is less than 1%, and they won't disclose that it's 0.0001, then I have objections. Because they're basically making it impossible to play in word games and math games so they can get you paid $5. And I think I object to that, you know, I really do. And it's very clear that there's a lot of publishing companies out there and game companies that they know that you will pay $10, $20, $30 for a pack of random things because there's a chance of you getting that one thing that you want. They won't tell you that there's virtually no chance, but they just want you to have the thrill of opening that pack. It's Magic the Gathering, for frick's sake. Deep Rock Galactic. Oh, okay. Oh, you know, I actually thought I owned that game, but I've never played it. I think it might be on my wish list. All the DLCs are cosmetic. Hey, Chuck. Yeah, honestly, so I know Magic the Gathering is amazingly popular, and I think part of that is the concept of you buy something, and there is this slot machine result of what you're going to get, and I think it sparks something in the human psyche, right? I mean... Oh, it does not like small things at all. Let's not do that. Oh, you know what I could do? That. Perfect. Or do I want to do that? No, let's do that. That? No, that. There we go. And I'm just gonna leave that coin just floating around there. Alex Victor says, I think Defiance and Wildstar, Moment of Silence for the servers being closed, has ways of earning in-game currency so you could use to get the store currency. Yeah, and so if that is indeed the case, I think that's fine. When someone, a game company, then makes it virtually impossible to get enough currency to do it, then at that stage they're just playing semantics so they can wheedle their way out of any criticism that they get. And EA does that. Well, you could just get everything in-game. There's a total chance that you can get Pele, like limited edition, like, you know, Superstar Year, whatever they freaking call it. And they're strictly speaking telling the truth. But they're playing court games at that point. Your Honor? The Pele card can absolutely be got in-game with no real currency at all. That's true. Your Honor, people don't buy these cards. True, because they use in-game freaking currency, you know? And I feel like it's slimy. It's slimy. But, you know, if people didn't buy them, they wouldn't do it. But people do, so they continue. I just want to get a little random sort of sense of some coins being spilled out here. And I'm liking what's going on. I'm liking what I'm doing. And then I'm going to come back through and we're going to add some shadows. Yeah, I like this. I like where this is going. Then I guess I'm going to mess with those stairs a little bit. Although they're already looking a lot better. Oh, Kaifer, explain. I'm not familiar with that one. Can you imagine or remember when EA were like the publishers of the game Mule and such? Electronic Arts. Those were the good days. Now whenever I hear EA's name associated with anything, honestly, I shiver. My spine crawls. Yeah, Alex Vixen, exactly right, exactly. But they don't say that. They say, you don't have to buy this with real currency, you can totally get it just by playing the game, Your Honor. Bastards. Sleazeballs, they're snake oil salesmen. As long as that money's coming into their coffers, they don't care. But God forbid that one of their own developers actually starts selling the limited edition cards on the black market and is earning coin from it. That they take very freaking seriously. Because it's not them earning the coin. Chuck, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Love that Commodore 64. What an awesome machine it was. Some of my golden years of playing on that Commodore. Kaifer says, I pre-ordered Mass Effect 3. Then the store claimed that because it was not enough people pre-ordered it, they didn't ship to anyone in your town. That's some bullshit. You see, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. That is such a sleazy EA move right there. That is crap. God, that makes my blood boil. That makes my blood boil. And you know what? If they did ship to you, sure, maybe on your order, they would lose some money because of the shipping. So, how much money did you make? Did you make a profit? Yes. Was it a lot of profit? Yes. Then shut up and do the right bloody customer service thing. Assholes. Honestly, this is one reason why I fell out of love with Bethesda. Because Bethesda has gone down the same route. I would buy every Bethesda game. And I admit I got a lot of enjoyment out of them. I started to see some cracks in that they don't fix their bugs. They don't accept that there are bugs. They have no quality assurance cycle in that regard. The amount of bug fixing is very minimal. And they just moved the F on. And I started to see that they were really milking the same engine over and over and over. And I started to see some issues with the gameplay because of it that just wasn't acceptable in this day and age. And then they started to do that whole, I know you ordered the limited edition that gets the tote bag, which we said was going to be canvas, and we shipped you a cheap plastic, but, and no, there's no but here, there's no but. Someone made a decision to save money. Regardless of what you said you were going to give, you wanted to save money, and that's the way they've gone. And I am done with Bethesda, and I never thought I'd ever say those words. I am done. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they release. Unless they turn around to the vintage Bethesda that I fell in love with, I got no time for it. And then trying to figure out how they could possibly get microtransactions into their games, monetizing mods and shit. Frick off. Frick off. Remember when Bethesda released $5 horse armor and the internet lost their shit? And nowadays Bethesda can sell $20 power armor skin for Fallout 76, and people are okay with that? $20 for a skin? I'm done. I'm done. I'm not giving you $20 for a skin. No, not Elder Scrolls 6, nothing. Because it'll be the same bullshit. This is a company right now that wants to leverage old, bad code, minimal effort to get maximum coin, sell you stuff that is overpriced, on a buggy platform. And then get on stage and laugh about it. I heard our games were buggy. I read it on the internet, so it must be true. I would punch that man in the face right now. You patronizing piece of shit. We know that you own Fallout 4, and we know that we've taken the helmet that's part of many headwears, and we're selling it in Fallout 76 for $5, but you'll buy it, right? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shank someone. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to charge you for it. How about them apples? No, I'm never giving Bethesda one more dime. No. There were great games out there. Brilliant games out there. I don't have enough life to play the awesomeness that are these games. I just don't. Why would I want to give my money to a company that values my custom to such a little degree? No. Alright, they look like natural piles now. I'm okay with that. They look like they've got a little bit of spillage. Spillages, as we would say in the business. Let me hit save. Well, I'm aware that Microsoft have bought them. But there's multiple ways that could go, right? I mean, there's plenty of instances where, you know, a company gets bought out by a parent company, but they're given full autonomy just to keep on doing their thing. And then there are others, and I'm hoping that it goes this way, where the parent company goes, no. We have a bar of quality and a way of doing business, and you must now adhere to this. Now, that can backfire if you happen to be bought by Capcom or Activision or something. But if you're bought out by Microsoft typically, while I don't like the company as a whole, their games have had a certain standard of quality. And I would hope that influence actually lifts Bethesda up a little bit. Honestly, I do. But I'll tell you what, I won't be pre-ordering that shit. I'll be watching the reviews. I'll be seeing if they're actually, you know, have improved, or have you literally just jammed whatever futuristic Star Frontier or whatever it is that they're building into the same effing engine as the equivalent of Daggerfall? Is that what we're doing right now? Because if that's what you're doing and you just made it polished graphics and you were, ooh, we've got lighting effects, if that's what you're going to do, then no, I'm not going to give you money, Microsoft, on that. Blizzard's a good example. I played Mass Effect 2 a little bit. I didn't play 1, I didn't play 3. But I would look at the remastered. I don't have time to play it. I think Jack would get it. And I'd probably play vicariously through him. Yeah, Activision and Capcom. I got nothing. I got nothing when it comes to them. Alright, I am going to do a little bit of shadowing. Because that's the way we roll. I guess I'll do it on this layer. Shadow. I'm not sure why I stopped playing Mass Effect. There was something about it. Honestly, it could have been simply another game distracted me. That happens a lot with me. No, I don't want to do that. I do want to do this. Yeah, I think so. I think I might throttle back the opacity a little bit, but something like that. Isn't Andromeda the one that got panned? Like, it just wasn't very popular or something? And Chuck, yes, I will absolutely watch them. Honestly, I will. You don't go from absolutely adoring, you know, a game and all of their, you know, a company and all of their games and suddenly go, that's it forever. No, totally. But I will say that I have got to a point where, at least Bethesda, they became a company that I started to loathe, if not hate. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to sort of see, you know, an influence from a purchasing company such as Microsoft and go, okay, looks like this has been a positive influence here. And if that happens, magic. Well, and that was one of the things too about the whole, you know, them letting the fans fix a game. It's like, it's one thing to do that, and then it's another to mock the internet and claim that your game has got no bugs. It's like, you effer. Like, have you seen what mods do, what the modding community does? And I'm not like some mod fangirl or anything, but when you've got an unofficial patch for every single one of your games that is better quality controlled than apparently your company does with your own game, and the list of fixes is this big, and you have the nerve to get on stage and say, apparently there are bugs in my game. I read it on the internet, it must be true. Oh, I want to run on that stage and do a Superman punch and knock him the hell out. It's like, at least acknowledge that there are issues and you've been like relying on this mod base all of this time. And if you want to then replace mods because you want to sell them to folks, you've got to come up with some quality control. You have to. Those games are buggy. And I've always been okay with it, by the way. I've always been okay with it. I mean, I remember plenty of times my New Vegas playing a lot of hours on that, and I'd get to one particular zone, and I knew I'd entered that zone because my game would crash. Over and over and over and over. And yeah, it didn't disrupt my enjoyment. I kept on playing. All was good in the world. It was a Bethesda game. I was having fun. Guy first says, I would pay your fines if you ran into E2, yelled Falcon Punch and did that. I think there's a good chunk of the internet that would be okay with me doing that. Well, hopefully I won't have to see his smarmy ass face anymore. Hopefully he'll take his big, huge, fat paycheck that he got and fuck off. And honestly, it's a freaking crying shame. Because I can imagine, honestly, if I was at some kind of, you know, I'm going to call it party where maybe someone I knew introduced me to him. Like, me 10 years ago, I think I just would have been fangirling out and just gushing. Nowadays, I think I'd be hard pushed, and I'm a professional person, not to have a very palatable and visual reaction to his presence. I'm not sure I would be able to stick around, you know? Did I lose my... I think I lost my stare shadow. I think I lost my stare shadow. I wonder if that was one of the reasons why this seemed to be working better. Huh. I remember Alex Vixen, goddamn, apparently I don't remember, but Skyrim, when Skyrim launched, if you walked through a door, there was a chance that the whole screen would go black and just stay black. This is what they launched with. Walking through a door, screen goes black. It was a little bit like when you played Daggerfall, and you'd have to save before you went up or down stairs, because there was a 50% chance you'd fall through the freaking stairs otherwise. And that was back in the days before there was an internet to fix anything. And you're going to get on stage, you MFer, and laugh at the prospect of bugs in your game? They have a history of bugs in their game. Don't laugh about it, asshole. What happened, Kaifa? Now, Brian, you're playing to modern news right now. You're playing to a modern theme. I know that tweet you're referring to. I want to see if I can get away with this. And if I can't, I'm going to delete this layer. So he didn't show up and you got your head chopped off? Actually sounds like an awesome bug. What is going on? What is... Alright, so that's working. Why won't you draw on there? Why? Is this a wall colouring issue? No. Ink walls? Is an ink wall, you son of a gun. Alright, tell you what I'm gonna do. I tell you what I am going to do. I am gonna do another layer above the ink walls and I'm gonna see if this works. Get good, Kiefer. You know, one of the games I've played the most of, if not the most hours in any title, was Fallout 4. 4? 4. Fallout 4? Jack will correct me if I'm wrong. And that's also, ironically, the game that started to crack things for me. I started to see through my rose-colored spectacles just how weak the game was in some areas. And I think it's because they introduced player-built settlements and the AI couldn't handle it. That's truly when I started to see that there was a problem. You know, I'm kind of okay with those stairs now. I think I'm okay with those stairs. They look a little floaty at the bottom. What if I got rid of this line? If it would look less floaty. Yeah, maybe I'll roll with that. I think I'm done with this level. I think I'm actually done with this level. Well, hot diggity. Yeah, no, Alex, 100%. 100%. Because the way that they had this thing programmed was such a crutch. It was anytime you enter the cell, even though you don't see anything yet, all of the settlers spawn, and they spawn in the center. No matter if there's something built there, no matter if there's something hazardous there, no matter if they now ended up on a roof, no matter if they can actually path to anything else. Yeah, there was too much, and they had no sense of vertical pathing either. So if you happen to build a treehouse in, let's say, the very first freaking settlement that your character starts in, with a big, huge freaking tree in it, they can't do anything with it. And it's like, so why even bother allowing us to do these things? Or the fact that, you know, base attacks would just spawn at fixed locations, regardless of if it was inside your base. They're gonna spawn there. It's like, and then your settlers have no concept of the walls except that you just built, and so they'll just go running out to fight the big bad guys that are attacking you. It's like, why am I even bothering with any of this? The game's just doing its own thing at this point. We got a bot in chat? Oh, yeah. iClaudius is the channel bot. It's all good, my friend. It's all good. Oh, I was gonna draw some things. I got to ranting. I'm gonna go for about 10 more minutes, okay? What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna draw some collections of rocks, and I'm doing them purposely all kind of clustered together like this, because I'm going to color them, and they're going to be something I can just paste around a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. Alright, let's color these suckers in. What ends fight? Your blood still boils up from the ends fight. What ends fight? I want details. I demand answers. I want to in on the conversation. Thank you, darling. Oh, Tree Thulu, remnants from the ashes. Okay, okay. A true fact about me is I actually kind of hate boss fights in games, especially boss fights that you're meant to lose and lose and lose and lose until you win. It's one of my pet peeves. And I'll do difficult, like, you know, sections of a game quite happily. But I hate boss fights. I'm of the opinion that unless your game is a the Dark Souls style structure, boss fights are lazy. And game design should have evolved beyond that point at this stage. That's my humble opinion. We should be capable of better. Yeah, I think if you're getting into a Dark Souls style game, you know what you're getting in for, and that's totally cool. If you're playing something like the original Deus Ex, not Deus Ex, Deus Ex 2, and they're in there. Why are we doing boss fights? You know, what is this? Could you not be asked, like, coming up with a decent way of handling this? Is that what the problem is? That sounds like an interesting game, actually. I might have to check it out. I think, was that on my list? I seem to remember that Jack and I talking about that at least once. There you go. It was on our list. Okay. I will also add, I have more patience for boss-like fights in a co-op-like environment. I'm not quite sure why that is, but I do. Unless I'm drunk, in which case I actually have even less tolerance for it, and I smash headphones. Also, fun fact about me. God damn it. Come on, Faden. Yeah, okay, Black. Fair point. Fair point. Kaifer, I think you and I are kindred spirits in some regards. I had a pair of headsets before this that were not a cheap pair of headsets, and I got so angry in the game that the roof above me, the ceiling above me, still has the damage of the shrapnel that shattered off my headset. Maybe with a somewhat perverse, ironic twist, it was also the event that taught me, due to sheer cost of said outburst, that perhaps doing that type of thing is not worth it cost-wise. So I calmed the hell down. I think that's it. I think that's our lower level of Necropolis. Done. Yeah, Chuck, I once threw Jack's controller across the room once, playing a MMA style game, and I bought him another, but that actually caused me a huge amount of guilt. Oh, Jesus Christ, Kaifer. That sounds scary. Alright, so this is a good place to end this. We're right at the point where I'd normally end the stream anyway. I think the level's done. This particular one, definitely. The upper level, I've got to come through and add the rock details to the walls, which I have not done on it yet because there's so many freaking walls. But I'm going to do that off camera because it's very repetitious work. I'll add some more boulders, etc. On the actual texturing on the outside. And I think... Oh, and then I've got to do a DM version of the layer, or GM version of the layer, so any secret doors, things like that. But this is all kind of just stuff that I'll do on weekends and that type of stuff. But otherwise, I think we're done. Unless Mark sees something on the maps that he needs me to change. I think we're putting the vast bulk of Necropolis behind us at this stage. Which means that I will probably now, you'll see me work on the Salt Wolves, the Whale Road map more. And I'm going to then insert the next project, which is actually a city project. And if you've been waiting for me to start drawing things again, like the ink on paper look, you're in luck. Because we're going to be doing a big city map. And it's going to be the main focus of the summer. I'm going to say the Q2 period. Is the city map. Big one. Bigger than Light Harbor. We're going all out. And it's meant to be this ancient city, so we'll be digging out some tomes to get some inspiration on that. So that's what we're going to be working on. Probably next Monday will be Salt Wolves of the Whale Road. I think Monday, Tuesdays, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. And then, like I said, there's going to be a... Shadowrun game I'm in on Thursday. Hopefully I can get Jack to let me stream that. We'll see how that goes. There will be a painting seminar on Friday at Gary Con. I'll record it, but if you're not got a ticket for Gary Con, you may not be able to attend, so you'll be able to watch it after the fact. Same Saturday morning, and the same Sunday I'll be in the Gaxmore panel. So lots going on next week. So until then, I want to thank all of you for hanging out tonight. I get such a kick hanging out with you. This is my only contact with human beings, okay? This is it. And I love it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Tomorrow night, remember, no stream. I use tomorrow night, Thursday nights, for actually creating video content that goes on the YouTube channel. If you are not familiar with it, Alyssa Faden Studios, look it up. Hit me up with a follow over there. It'd be much appreciated. There's plenty of videos I release over there that I don't do here. Would love to see you over there. Till then, everyone, have a great night. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the flip side. There's no Salt Horse of the Whalebone.